complete the set. Let's just first get this out of the way first, man. I was going to do a reaction. I'm going to reaction. See, guys, call me when you win the trophy. So basically, you'll see me do a reaction for the final because Chelsea should not be in this competition. The amount of agony, anguish, and the mental distress that Chelsea has offered me, I've not been sleeping well. I've had insomnia, and just so that I don't combust, I need to just sort of just win this trophy. Hence why hashtag complete the set. You should guess. I couldn't give a damn what the aggregate score is. I couldn't really care. To lose to Legia was, guys, I saw those guys are trash. With all due disrespect, those guys are trash. The fact that at home, in front of your own fans, on your pitch, in your stadium, you lost to these guys. That's a sackable offense. So I have no idea why that bald buffoon known as Mascara is still here. I have no idea. But technically, you're still in the competition, and the goal is hashtag complete the set. Now, I don't want to make something very clear here. If Chelsea win the Conference League and finish below fifth, Mariska, get your ass back to freaking Serie B or Serie C or whatever ditch that they found you in. If you, Chelsea, are not in that Champions League and you think because you've now qualified for the Europa League by winning the Conference League, you think you can still be my manager? Bro, we are speaking a very different tongue. A very different tongue. All right, here we go. Here's the thing. Jugadan, or what these guys from Sweden. This is my worry. Chelsea have faced fruit sellers. Again, with all due disrespect, Chelsea have faced fruit sellers. I call this the PSG conundrum. So what is the PSG? No, sorry, yeah, I call this the LSG conundrum. What is the LSG conundrum? PSG faced teams that they were far superior than in the league. So once they now came up against a Bayern, a Barca, a Real Madrid, it was so much of a drastic step up. It was hard for them to now navigate that quality of opponent just based on just how steep a step up of quality it was from going from Uber Eats to the Champions League. Chelsea have faced trash. The team Chelsea faced, I'm like, these guys have to be semi-pro. I mean, we're talking Sunday league quality, as in the level of quality of these guys is ass. Because okay, Legia also are awful. They're terrible. The fact that Chelsea, you lost against these guys in any game, forget what the aggregate score is, that's disgraceful. It's embarrassing. So my thing though is, if Chelsea beat them and I dare you to lose to these guys that look like, bro, this flag looks like if it's a flag from like freaking Soviet Union. So if you lose to these dudes, Lord only knows. But let's say Chelsea beat them, whether it's Fiorentina or Betis, that is such a massive step up. My worry is I don't know whether Chelsea will be ready against them. So I would have liked it if Chelsea faced someone of a Fiorentina or a Betis on the way, so they're battle tested and ready for the final. Because bro, you've gone from fruit sellers and guys who are semi-pro, even quarter pro, to either a Betis or a Fiorentina has me worried. And my fear is I just don't think Chelsea will be ready. My only hope is a final is a final. And the nature of a final is the superior team doesn't always win. Now, what tends to happen though, if you go back in history, teams who have made the final while going through a very tough path, 9 times out of 10, they do win. So if you are battle tested and you have to play tough teams on the way to a final, more times than not, you beat a team who have had a very easy path. So that difficult path actually does help it because it just gives you that sharpness needed when you're in the final. Now, people are saying Betis, and that will be dunked in by the fidget spinner. But I think that game can go either way. Fiorentina or Betis can go either way. Betis should be the favorites. They should win. I believe the second leg will be as Betis' crib. So you may see Betis will edge that. Now, if you're Betis or you're Fiorentina, you know that, bro, you make the final, you are favorites and you should win. You're favorites and you should win. And again, because I think Fiorentina, again, I'm not sure whether Betis have won a major European trophy, but Fiorentina, I don't know. I'm not sure. Hold up, let me find out. So Fiorentina Wikipedia. I want to just see whether they've won anything. Honors. Yeah. Oh. So yeah, they won the Conference League runners up. Oh, they've been conferences runners up twice. Damn. Okay. Runners up to the Europa League. Copenhagen score that doesn't really count. And they were in the Champions League runners up in 56, 57. So no real major trophy for them. Let's see Real Betis. Hold up. And I know for sure Jugadan and those dudes, they've known. Shout out to my Swedish peeps, bro. Yeah, nothing. Bro, Real Betis, they've not even made it. They've not even made the final of a major European trophy. Like, see, at least Fiorentina have actually been runners-up of like a Champions League. These guys have not even made the final of a Copa Cup or anything. So I think this would be a much bigger deal for Betis if they were to make the final than if it was to be Fiorentina. But again, my worry is whatever the case may be, Chelsea's path has just, because people say, oh, no. You want an easy path and then it's fine. Not necessarily. The goal is to win. And here's the thing. The notion of an easy path or a hard path, I think that's just stupid. If you feel you're good enough, bring anybody. Heck, bring your best because you want to prove that, oh no, we're the best. Because the goal is to win. And the goal is to win. So if the goal is to win, you want that. By the time I'm in the final, I'm in such good shape, I'm ready to beat anybody. So if you have if you go through a difficult path, your confidence is sky high. So you're like, bring anybody. We know that we can beat them in the final based on just how well we'll be playing. If you've had an easy path, are you confident enough and are you ready enough to beat arguably one of the best teams in the competition? Because Chelsea have not been the best team in the like, I can't judge them. Whoever wins between Fiorentina and Betis, they faced far better competition. And whoever makes that final, they would have gone through a much difficult path. Chelsea have not faced anybody even close, not even in the same existence of quality of Fiorentina or Betis. So that is just my worry. My hope is it being a final and the occasion of a final, Chelsea can just muster up a game. Now I say this, though. I dare these guys to lose to these guys, bro. Like I'm being fully real right now. I dare them to lose to Garden. But you see, I let them. Okay, look, I dare them to lose to the Garden of Sweden. If we come up through and Chelsea got knocked out by the Garden of Sweden, I dare Mariska to open that his rotten mouth in any press conference. Because the guy has been talking trash, just complete and fluent nonsense. So let's hope Chelsea, because I'm assuming that Chelsea will beat the Garden of Sweden over 2 legs. Because, yeah, and also, by the way, you know what pisses me off? This is what pisses me off right here. Can you see this? Guys, why does it have to say road to Wroclaw? You see, road to Bell, road to Munich, road to Paris, road to London, road to Madrid, road to Barcelona, road to Wroclaw? Guys, I'm sorry, guys. I swear that's a house in Harry Potter. I swear that's either a house or a character in Harry Potter. I swear I've seen Rawclaw in. Wait, hold on. Yeah, Ravenclaw. Isn't Rawclaw like a different segment of Ravenclaw from Harry Potter? So my thing is that just get that trash out there. Just call it Conference League. We don't need that road to Rawclaw crap up in his piece. Please. We don't need that. So that's the thing that is like road to Rawclaw. And I don't want to be offensive to the city of Wroclaw. I'm sure it's a nice and lovely city. Road to Wroclaw? Put that to one side. Beat the Garden of Sweden, and whether it's Betis or Fiorentina, get that Dubinsky. Get that Dubinsky. And what I want at the end of the season is we've completed the set. The only club in football history to win every single European trophy, which is a rarity that will put us in an extreme elite um, category. And we return back to our rightful place amongst the elites in the Champions League.